Imagine waking up one day to realize people no longer think, they react. They repeat. They scroll. They defend beliefs they never questioned. The noise is constant, the motion endless, yet almost no one is awake. The tragedy of our time is not ignorance, but illusion. The illusion of knowledge, the illusion of choice, the illusion of freedom. We live in an age where every answer is instant, but truth has vanished, where information is infinite, but understanding is rare. The mind was once a weapon, forged by curiosity, sharpened by doubt. Now it's a sponge, soaking in data until it forgets its own shape. We no longer ask, is it true? We ask, does it agree with me? That's how brilliance dies, not with censorship, but with convenience. Thinking is hard. Feeling is easy. So we trade reflection for reaction, depth for speed, wisdom for approval. The system doesn't need thinkers, it needs believers. It needs obedience disguised as opinion, distraction sold as freedom. And we obey, willingly. The brain, overwhelmed by noise, seeks shortcuts. It wants comfort, familiarity, belonging. It clings to what feels true rather than what is true. We follow the crowd because it feels safe. We confuse popularity with truth and comfort with peace. This is how collective stupidity spreads. Not through lack of intelligence, but through emotional dependency. Technology didn't destroy critical thinking. It replaced it with stimulation. Every scroll, every click, every outrage is designed to keep you reactive. Your attention became a currency, sold to whoever can trigger you fastest. You are not the customer, you are the product. And the more you consume, the less you question. But this conditioning begins long before the screen. Our schools teach obedience, not awareness. Children learn early that memorization is rewarded, curiosity punished. We don't raise thinkers and we manufacture conformity. We tell them what to think, not how to think. By adulthood, most minds have learned one lesson. Follow the rules, fit the mold, stay quiet. Then comes the workplace, the media, the algorithm, each reinforcing the same message. Do not disturb the pattern. Don't think, react. Don't question, consume. And all the while, we call this progress. But the more connected we become, the lonelier we feel. Because deep down, we know this isn't connection, it's performance. A simulation of meaning designed to keep us scrolling instead of seeing. We live inside digital cages, polishing our bars with dopamine. And we tell ourselves we're free. Yet freedom without awareness is just another illusion. Real freedom begins with discomfort. The courage to question your own mind. To think critically is to dismantle everything false within you. Is to risk the loss of certainty, tribe, identity. That's why most people never do it. It's not that they can't think, it's that they're afraid to. We've mistaken noise for knowledge and confidence for clarity. We defend our opinions as if they were sacred truths. But an idea that can't be questioned is not truth. It's tyranny. And tyranny doesn't need a dictator anymore. It only needs distraction. Critical thinking is disappearing not by accident, but because it threatens the system built on comfort. A thinking population is unpredictable, unprofitable, unmanageable. So we are taught to choose comfort over consciousness, certainty over curiosity, belonging over authenticity. But the price of comfort is your mind. And once you lose the habit of questioning, you stop being human. You become programmable. There is, however, another path. It begins with silence, with reclaiming your attention. Guard it fiercely. Because attention is the root of consciousness, and consciousness is the beginning of freedom. When you pause before reacting, you take your power back. When you doubt your certainty, you begin to see. When you stop seeking validation, you start seeking truth. And truth, unlike comfort, asks something of you, courage. To think critically is not to be cynical, it's to be alive. It's to see through illusion and still choose compassion. To admit, I don't know, not as weakness, but as wisdom. Because the moment you believe you know everything, your mind stops growing, and your soul begins to decay. Every act of awareness is an act of rebellion. Every question is a strike against the machinery of manipulation. And every moment of silence is resistance against the empire of noise. The death of thinking will not come with violence. It will come with comfort, with endless entertainment, constant distraction, and quiet obedience. But it doesn't have to end that way. Because as long as one person dares to ask, as long as one mind chooses to wake up, the flame of reason still burns. You are that mind, so think. Not because it's easy, not because it's popular, but because it's what keeps you free. Because the world may sleepwalk through slogans and screens, but you are awake now.